EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running on first down, Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Eckler. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Herbert now. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Trucks over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Dillon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run here with Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Play action. It's Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 27, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers now on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Rodgers again now. Being chased out left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They run once more with Dillon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Second down and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle doing the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw is Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And down to the 11. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Steven Anderson punching it in from a yard away. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the deep.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Kelly will score. Touchdown, Chargers. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
It's Eckler again. Breaks a tackle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Gets around him. And some space here.
You don't like this.
Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 34 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert buying time to his left. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Packers pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And they will take a knee here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Rodgers now on first down. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead down to 13. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First down, Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. First down and more for Allen. And down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert forced out to his left. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6-0 our score after 1. Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Complete to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert on 1st down now. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. He'll find Jones again, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll roll him out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On first down, it's Herbert. Quick strike to Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Herbert operating from the red zone. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Running right through it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try to stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Jones has him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
after the touchdown. Here's Crosby to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Throwing, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. Finding Allen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Herbert going to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.